The middle class doesn't disappear when monkeys stop working. It disappears when even two salaries combined can't afford a life that one salary used to buy. Manolo bought a branch with a normal salary decades ago. Mongo lives in the same jungle as Manolo.
He works the same hours as him before retiring.
When he sees a for sale sign, he thinks he can also buy it. Mongo goes to the bank to ask for a mortgage to buy a branch. The monobanquero pretends to type on the computer while looking at loincloths on Shane. He says the down payment is 20% of the branch's value. Mongo checks his balance. It's not close.
And worse, if he continues with the same finances, he never will be. Not if I can help it. No, not you.
Today, Manolo explains why Mongo cannot buy a branch as easily as Manolo.
Because the bank wants him to go into debt to survive. And why middle-class work could disappear soon. Chapter 1. Manolo could, Mongo couldn't. Mongo doesn't want a luxury branch. He wants a normal branch. A branch where bananas, Mona Lisa, and some vines fit. But green leaves are not given. Mongo leaves the bank and crosses the street. He enters a real estate agency. He asks about the cheapest branch. The Mono D Technorama turns the screen. An old branch appears, far from the jungle center. Mongo wants it. The Mono D Technorama shows the budget. Mongo looks at the final amount. The budget adds taxes, interest, insurance commissions, and monthly fees. Mongo's smile disappears. Before, the middle class of banana could endure because 3 pieces fit. Stable job, branches at a good price, and savings. Monkeys like Manolo could enter the bank with a small pile of green leaves. Here are the leaves. Excellent, thank you. He asks about the cheapest branch. The Mono D Technorama turns the screen. More papers, more interest.
Meanwhile, salaries rose slowly, branches rose quickly, and savings began to chase.
Like a monkey in flip-flops chasing a log car. For Mongo, it's not only difficult to move up in class, it's difficult to stay in his own. Stable job, branches at a good price, and savings.
Mongo works, saves, and does what the system promised to reward. Still, he cannot repeat a life that once seemed normal.
Mongo collects papers, leaves the real estate agency without a branch. Before reaching the corner, his banana phone vibrates. The same bank that denied a mortgage.
Approves a card to buy bananas, repair his log car, and pay for vacations. Mongo looks at the message. He cannot buy a branch, but he can pay for a normal life in 12 installments, without an initial down payment.
Mona Lisa has papers on the table. Mongo arrives with his banana phone, raised like an Olympic torch. The bank doesn't give him a branch, but it approves a card with a limit of 10,000 green leaves.
He feels like a champion after winning a significant contest. But there are monkeys who started the same way. Approved card, stable salary, normal life. 10 years later, they are still in the same rented branch, with more debts and fewer green leaves.
Than on the first day. And they never understood what went wrong.
Chapter 2. Buy today, pay tomorrow.
Mona Lisa looks at her banana phone screen, then looks at Mongo, then looks at the papers. She knows that living well is not synonymous with paying for bananas in installments.
Living well is not needing installments to pay for bananas. Before, if a middle-class monkey had an unexpected expense, he would draw on savings.
Now many monkeys draw on credit because green leaves don't last until the end of the month.
First rent goes up, then electricity goes up, then dinosaur fuel goes up.
Prices climb the vines, Mongo's salary stays on the ground.
That's called loss of purchasing power.
Mongo earns green leaves, but he can't buy as many bananas as before.
Then debt appears disguised as a solution. Log car repair in installments, deferral for overdue bills, financing for banana purchases, card for emergencies. Each payment is small like a tiger mosquito. But each installment comes in and accumulates before Mongo gets paid. The month barely begins, and Mongo's account already has a lice of bills waiting. Like a queue full of monkeys outside a cinema for the re-release of Lord of the Monkeys. From the outside, Mongo still looks like a middle-class monkey. Same branch in the same neighborhood. New banana phone, new log car. Inside, Mongo no longer pays for life with his salary. He pays for life with green leaves that haven't arrived yet.
Until debt grows so much, like banana skyscrapers in Banana York, and Mono Banquero smiles. Just as Mongo begins to understand it, his banana phone vibrates again.
New bank notification. Limit automatically increased.
Mongo didn't ask for more green leaves, but the bank offers them anyway.
The bank just gave Mongo 10,000 green leaves that are not his. Moncho has been growing 50,000 that are his for years.
Without a boss or payroll, without waiting for the end of the month.
While Mongo slept, Moncho's green leaves were already working. Mongo doesn't understand how it's possible. And worse, he doesn't understand why no one explained this to him before. But what is it?
Chapter 3. From Salary to Investment.
Mongo leaves his rented branch and goes directly to Moncho's co-working space.
Moncho is surrounded by lit screens, whiteboards with arrows, and banana muffins. Moncho speaking. Yes, I have the data right here.
Mongo shows the notification, limit increased, financing available. Doesn't celebrate, Moncho points to the table.
On the table is a pile of green leaves. Moncho counts aloud, then starts separating groups. 1, 2, 3. Here are 3 groups.
That's for rent. That's for electricity. That's for bananas. That's for log car insurance. That's for a small installment. Mongo looks at the table. Nothing is left. Moncho points to the bank notification.
That loan is not real green leaves. They are green leaves that Mongo hasn't earned yet. If he spends them, he owes them.
Mongo nods slowly. Moncho puts a small pile with 3 green leaves
That he had hidden behind a coffee cup.
Mongo sees that there are extra leaves. They are few, but they are extra. That's called margin. Moncho takes green leaves and separates them. One for living, one for emergencies, one for it to work alone.
Mongo looks at the 3rd coin. He asks what it's for if it's so little. Moncho takes out his banana phone. He opens the application.
That's why Moncho invests with Mintos. Mintos is a sponsor of Mono's video and allows Moncho to diversify and generate regular income without being Don Bonanno. Investment in loans, bonds, real estate, ETFs, crypto, and smart cash.
All from the same place and from 50 green leaves. 50 green leaves.
Moncho likes to invest in loans with returns of around 10% annually, with daily payments that reinvest themselves. Around many users, more than a vast amount managed, regulated by a major international body. Moncho uses automated loan portfolios, diversified in many loans.
Mongo can start small, add month by month, and let the platform work, while he continues in Don Bonanno's factory.
If a viewer monkey wants a bonus, he must look for the link in the description.
Pinned comment, or scan the QR on the screen. Moncho takes the 3rd coin and brings it closer to the banana phone. Then he stops.
He looks at Mongo and shakes his head. He points to the other 2 coins. First those. Mongo should not put coins he needs for rent and emergencies into Mintos.
He should only put extra coins, and Mintos monkeys will help generate more.
That's building a future without betting on tomorrow's green leaves. Mongo looks at the 3rd coin. It's still little, but now it's very useful.
Mongo looks at the bank notification again. Limit increased. Then he looks at the 3 coins again.
He gets it. The bank offers to buy with green leaves he hasn't earned yet. But Moncho teaches him what to do with green leaves that are already his. Mongo puts away his banana phone. He doesn't have a branch or big savings.
He doesn't have a solved life, but now he understands how to put green leaves to work.
Mancho forgot to mention one thing. Everything he explained works if there is a salary. And in Don Banano's factory, something is happening with the salaries of middle-class monkeys.
Something Mongo will see as soon as he crosses that door.
Chapter 4. Empty Chairs. Mongo enters Don Banano's factory. There are many fewer monkeys than yesterday. Mongo looks at the empty counter. Before, there was a monkey with coffee, an agenda, and a permanent sign that Don Banano is meeting.
Now there is a monkey hologram. It answers the banana phone, organizes appointments, moves deliveries,
Confirms meetings, and never asks for vacations. Mongo walks towards accounting. The accountant monkey's desk is also empty. Bills keep coming out, payroll is paid. The hologram calculates and organizes Don Banano's numbers. Mongo is confused. Monkeys that are no longer there are middle-class monkeys.
jobs that paid rent, mortgage, and Mongo's school.
Don Banano appears in the accounting hallway with a tablet. Production goes up, costs go down. The hologram processes bills faster. Suppliers wait less. For Don Banano, the system works. Technology doesn't have to be evil to break the middle class.
It just has to be faster and good enough. Mongo walks through the factory. Machines pack more bananas than before. The hologram answers emails, checks inventory, and organizes shifts. The factory gains productivity. Banana produces more.
But if extra green leaves stay with company executives, Mongo doesn't go up with the company. He only sees the factory grow while his salary stays still.
And empty chairs multiply. Before, stable employment was the first piece. With that salary, Mongo paid for a branch, saved something, and built a life. That ladder is now cut in half. Below are monkeys loading boxes, serving coffees, and delivering orders.
Above are monkeys programming systems, training AI.
And getting paid for fixing code that seems incredibly complex or unfamiliar.
In the middle, where before there were receptionist monkeys, accountants, and administrative staff, empty chairs begin to appear.
Mongo thought the problem was the bank. Then he thought the problem was real estate.
Then he thought the problem was debt.
Now he understands that even if he learns not to get into debt, saves green leaves, and gets a margin, he first needs a stable salary.
The question is, what job can Mongo do now?
At reception, the monkey hologram receives a message and schedules another appointment.